What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to GmiasWorld. And for those of you guys that are maxed out at MUT level 60, you guys have been asking over and over again, like, yo, Gmia, who are you going to use that pass on, the 90 overall free player that you can use and get rid of it if you've already had it? Now, for me, the best overall player, the best 90 overall free player that you can use that pass on would be Denzel Ward. Now, some of you guys are going to say, why would I choose Denzel Ward? Denzel Ward is a very, very unique corner in the game because he meets a lot of thresholds, and it was like sort of like when EA released this, it was like, should he be getting released right now? Like it was like you were cheating, right? When they released this. So what happened with this is, you know, all that's available is his limited because he wasn't one of those cards that got a redux, right? So his 90 overall is going to be more valuable than any other 90 in the game right now, in my opinion. Now let's take a look at some of the numbers, and some of you guys wanted me to evaluate, why do I have Nnamdi, why do I have Deion Sanders? Well, having Deion Sanders is a no-brainer, but you know, Gmia, why do you got these corners and you wouldn't try to get Denzel Ward? Why wouldn't you use your 90 overall power pass on Denzel Ward? Now, it's not that I don't like the card, it's that this year is about team chemistries and building a theme team that's going to be dominant. A lot of you guys are starting to catch on, and you're starting to see like, oh, I got a theme team. No matter what theme team it is, those boosts for the entire team causes issues for your opponent. If you just play a team that's based on overall, you'll get lucky and EA will give you all kinds of weird stuff. But if you're playing a theme team, it's more it's sort of a game where they're gonna have a little bit more leeway on you, and it's gonna be kind of crazy, like the back and forth, because the boost of the actual theme team, especially if it's 50 or 50, is very, very noticeable. Now let's take a look at what's going on. The final threshold for man. See, this is where it gets interesting when I say the final threshold for man, because I believe that the 95, achieving 95 man coverage will be the final threshold. So when you power him up, this actual archetype, his card is going to get that 90 man coverage. The boost after that, in my opinion, don't really matter as much unless it's speed and acceleration. That man coverage at 89 that you're looking at right there, that's going to go to 90. So you're in a tier that's way off, which is like, it's way above everybody else's that's around, typically, depending on the cards that you have. So look, we know that they're not going to show us the cards with the boost on it, right? So we can't really go that route, but let's just take a look at this, right? He has a 92 man coverage, Nnamdi. He'll get burnt and routed on certain routes. It all depends. Like if it's a random post route on the field and it's a super fast player, depending on the coverage you pick, did you press, did you not press, what abilities are on him, you know, those things can affect it heavily. But that 92 man coverage is outrageous. Deion Sanders, again, can he be routed? Yes, absolutely he can. But those are different tiers of the man coverage. Now, when you go down to like Dre Bly, right? This is without boost. You see how they are below the 90 threshold? So what happens is this, right? After you give them boosts and they get all these other things, they still play as if they're on that lower level tier. They don't actually stay up where they're supposed to be. They're just like a little bit below it. So would it make sense for me to go after Denzel Ward, not actually have him on my Niners theme team as a starter and just put him in with the boost? Obviously, he would go to 95 speed. He would have all this press and stuff like that. Yeah, it would make sense. But do I want to do that? Do I want to use my 90 overall power pass on him? Probably not right now, as good of a card as he is, simply because it doesn't make sense for what I'm looking for, okay? Whatever your team is, like if you're a Browns theme team, right? He's going to go 93 plus 4. So he's going to be a 97 speed right now if you're a Browns theme team. That is absolutely ridiculous. But guess what? Deion Sanders, he goes to a 97. Because of the 49er theme team with Sprinter. So I already have one 97 speed corner, and he still gets burnt on post routes depending on how I play my coverage. Just understand what I'm saying, that like you'll get burnt, but it's all about how you line up and what's going on with it. But listen, Denzel Ward unlocks everything. The one step ahead, he has bench press, like he has those things where it's like, all right, you can't really do much with him. So that's why I'm saying some of you guys that have grinded to the max MUT level, you're looking to get the best, you know, scenario for that power up, for that free power up pass, which is Denzel Ward. I would use Denzel Ward if that's what it came down to, but defensively, I don't need him. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yo, what am I going to do with him? Now, I will point this out. Dre Bly sucks. I know he gets the, you know, he gets the 49er theme team and all that stuff, but he's a terrible card, and I actually hate him. But I would have to revamp the entire team to kind of put Denzel Ward in. But I'm considering using my power-up pass on Denzel Ward right now, temporarily. And then, you know, obviously when he gets a redux, his price will go down. We'll get rid of him and see what's happening. But let me give you some insight into the way the team is right now. This is the issue. When I run my 4-6 speed package, Dre Bly has to come into the game. The problem with him, again, he sucks. So that's going to be an issue. Because he's so terrible, those are just some of the things that I have to deal with. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't know what this dude's deal is, but he's not good. He's not good at football. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's a trash can. So with me, I'm only doing that because of the 49er cap. If you're in a different boat and you're like, you know what? I got to do what's right for my team, which I should be doing. Like, honestly, I should be doing what's right for my team and just saying, you know what? Dre Bly, go kick rocks. I should be doing that. But it's something about the whole boost. Some games he'll play out of his mind. And I don't know what to do. Like, it's like, all right, the guy sucks. Everybody's getting routed. And, you know, I mean, everybody's not getting routed except for him some games. Then I'll have games where Nnamdi can't cover anybody. He can't cover a dead insect. And then I'll have games where he's just straight lockdown. That's the randomness of the game. It's not you. EA Sports, the random number generator, like they have this RNG whole thing going on with the game. Sometimes your team will not play up to par. But more often than not, if you have these specific type of theme teams, they'll play up to par. Okay, and you guys will learn that as you go on, that this is something that's very, very important that you get through your head now. Because if you're just learning about MUT right now, this is very, very important. Certain cards are just going to be OP just because they are. Denzel Ward, that card is OP. I played against it. It's OP. The maxed out card is ridiculous. So if you just want to have one solid corner, he would be the guy that you use that free power pass on. Just go with him and just say, you know what? I'm done. This is what I'm doing. If you already have Deion Sanders, right, and you're a 49er theme team, technically you don't need him. Because Deion is, you know, that's him. Like, you know, maxed out 97 speed. But Deion has a lot of different things he can do as well when he's maxed out. Let me just show you, going to the actual card, what goes on with it. So when you click on it, you'll see the boost, the 97 speed, the 97 excel. Like, for whatever reason, they don't show it to you on the other side. I guess they don't have the resources. It's been going on for years. Maybe one day they'll do that where you'll be able to see the boost so that you know what you're comparing your card to. But at this time, it's not. So he has a 97 speed, 97 acceleration. His next card is Endgame, obviously, right? So I already have one of that. Do I need two? When I have Nnamdi that goes to a 94, but I think Nnamdi's a 94 with a 94 excel. Also, Nnamdi's 6'3". So Nnamdi is going to get up there and do wild stuff that nobody even understands what's going on with. You know what I'm saying? So we have different options that we can look at. So as much as I hate Dre Bly, I can't do anything to him. I got to just leave him there. Because like he's getting these boosts. Some games he plays out of his mind. Some games he's hot trash. But I know that I've seen how he played when I didn't have 50 of 50 49ers. Now I have 51 of 50 because I added another wide receiver. But I've seen how he's played without it. So I would be foolish to get rid of it, if that makes any sense to you guys. You see what I'm saying? Because now with those boosts, he just plays different. He just plays like a monster. So those are just some of the things that you have to keep in mind, and you have to understand that. You know, 94 speed, 95 excel on a 6'3" player, that's pretty much cheating. And he has 95 press boosted, so he's going to get that lower level 90 tier because that's a boost. The final tier would be 95 and above, but that's ridiculous. So most of the time, he'll get a successful press, depending on how it works out. Sometimes they'll just get off the press, but in most cases, he'll be all over it. And that's a huge thing right there, because when you don't give up that quick release, it's always good stuff. Always. So I just wanted to make sure you guys understood that. That is something you guys should look out for as you guys are playing, and see exactly what's happening along those lines. So as far as that goes right now, that's the reasoning behind me not using my power-up pass on Denzel Ward. But if you're looking for that type of aspect to your team, if you want to add a lockdown corner to your squad, I would probably say Denzel Ward would have to be the best possible 90 overall free player you can use that power-up pass on right now. It's not even close. I don't like right now, like if you grab this dude right here, like listen, it's going to be some problems. Like it's going to be some major problems going on your team immediately. and you could just play him with just a regular, you know, put sprinter on him and give him like, you know, bench press or one step ahead, GG's for that player that he's on. Unless you play somebody like me and I'm going to moss you. Other than that, you're going to be good to go. There'll be no issues with this card. And like I said, I've played against it. It hurts me to moss him, but sometimes I have to, and it is what it is. But at the end of the day, we have to do what we have to do. And right now, if you wanted to know who the best player is for that free 90 overall, I would have to go Denzel Ward. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Please continue to drop your questions in. Let me know what you're thinking. I'll get back to you guys as soon as I possibly can. You guys go ahead and have a great day. Until next time, one love, y'all.